Hello, hello, hello. This is Mama Age Before Day.
Six main actors, especially what their kids look like. Much to fans' rejoice, today we take a close look at the kids of Friends stars. From Coco to Moby, meeting the next generation of Central Perk patrons. Coco, the daughter of Courtney Cox. Cox, who played Monica Geller on the hit show, has 16-year-old daughter Coco with her ex-husband David Arquette. The two have a very close relationship, and we can often see that through Cox's Instagram page. We saw them singing a Taylor Swift song together on Mother's Day, or Coco giving her mom a makeover. Courtney even shared a side-by-side photo of Coco wearing one of her old red carpet dresses and of herself wearing the same dress 21 years ago. She commented on that picture by writing, "I'm not one to hold on to things, but this was a damn good purchase 21 years later." Talking about her relationship with her daughter in an interview with People, Cox said,
Happy
"I
Monday.
want her to tell me
Retarded.
everything, and she doesn't want to tell me anything. Exactly the opposite of the childhood I had." And Cox added Coco has taught her to not take things personally. Looking at her Instagram, Coco seems to be like any teenager having a laugh and messing around with her friends. Moreover, she wants to be sure her little voice will be heard on things that matters to her by turning to different protests such as the fight against climate crisis and BLM. Coco is Jennifer Aniston's goddaughter. Jennifer Aniston, aka Rachel Green, has no children and has grown tired of people asking her when she's going to have a kid. In 2016, she wrote for the Huffington Post, "The sheer amount of resources being spent right now by the press trying to simply uncover whether or not I am pregnant for the bajillionth time, but who's counting, points to the perpetuation of this notion that women are somehow incomplete, unsuccessful, or unhappy if they're not married with children." More recently, in December 2018, Jennifer said she had gone off the idea, admitting she found the concept of motherhood, quite honestly, kind of frightening. "Some people are just built to be wives and have babies," she added. "I don't know how naturally that comes to me." However, Jennifer can still spoil the daughter of her best friend with love. In celebration of Thanksgiving in 2019, Cox shared a new mother-daughter photo on Instagram. Jennifer commented on a photo of her goddaughter saying, "Coco, you're growing up way too fast. Or mind protecting. I love you too."
Try to.
Marina, the daughter of Matt LeBlanc. Matt played the handsome character Joey in Friends, known for his now famous chat-up line, "How you doing?" Away from the camera, he is the awesome dad of his 16-year-old daughter, Marina Pearl, he shared with ex-wife Melissa McKnight. Little Marina's early days of life were a bit tough. She began having seizures as a baby, and soon received a diagnosis known as cortical dysplasia. Luckily, the smallest member of the LeBlanc family would soon see better days. Growing Marina had a strong bond with her father and enjoyed spending time with her. One way Marina liked to bond with her dad was to catch some TV time and the duo watched a special show together. Ned LeBlanc was pleased to see Marina take such an interest in watching the show that made him a superstar. Marina's preferred title for Friends was The Joey Tribbiani Show. LeBlanc keeps his daughter mostly out of the limelight, though in 2016, he told People that the then 12-year-old Marina's biggest interests were horses and Rihanna. He added, "So that's what I'm into." We wonder if Marina is friends with Courtney Cox's daughter Coco, as they're the same age. Julian, the son of Lisa Kudrow. The star's been married to French advertising executive Michael Stern since 1995, and the
Yeah?
couple have a son, 23-year-old Julian. Fun fact, Lisa's pregnancy was actually linked
Yes.
into season 4 of Friends, when Phoebe was pregnant with her brother's triplets as a surrogate. The Emmy Award winner and Michael held off from having any other children, but Lisa said Julian has never had any qualms about being an only child. In fact, she revealed her son actually preferred to have no younger siblings. Julian made it clear from the moment he could speak that he didn't want a brother or a sister, and it just worked out that way anyway. Lisa told the New York Post in March 2017. To this day, he'll say, "Thank you." Going by Julian's Instagram bio, looks like he's got his mom's sense of humor. It reads, "Let's make some movies and pretend they have a deeper meaning." On the 17th of May,
Huh.
the Friends star's 23-year-old son Julian graduated from the University of Southern California, and Kudrow marked this special occasion with his sweet Instagram
Good.
tribute. "Happy, proud, happy. And a little crying. By me, not him." At Jules McGouls, Kudrow captioned her post, which featured an image of the star proudly hugging Julian, who's dressed in his cap and gown. Though Julian has just graduated, he's well on his way to a career in the industry. He shared on Instagram earlier this month that his junior thesis film, Mind Made Up, has been selected for the Portland Comedy Festival. Kudrow and her friends also celebrated Julian's 23rd birthday on May 7th. Happy birthday, Jules. Feels like yesterday that you arrived, Jennifer Aniston commented on Kudrow's post. During her appearance on Conan last week, Kudrow hilariously revealed that her son Julian used to think that Aniston was his mom. He got a little confused. I know that he really was obsessed with Jen. He'd fly into her lap. Well, she's a love bug, and that made sense. And I was always glad for anyone that Julian felt love for and felt from. She said the 23-year-old son supported her at the taping of Friends, the reunion. He was able to come to the reunion, and afterward, he came up to me and he said, "Can I say that I'm really proud of you?" She shared. That was one of the very emotional things that happened to me, Kudrow added. Cleo, the daughter of David Schwimmer. David Schwimmer, who played Ross Geller, divorced from his wife of 7 years, Zoe Buckman, in 2017. The former couple has a daughter named Cleo Buckman Schwimmer, who looks very much like her famous father. David Schwimmer has said his daughter is a self-declared vegetarian, explaining that she chose to cut meat from her diet when she was around 5 years old. Last year, Zoe Buckman shared on her Instagram a picture of Cleo, who decided to shave her head amid a climate of historic activism. Zoe wrote, "The world is saying burn it down and rebuild, and the babies are listening. I see how kids today challenge norms and standards in a way they didn't, and that, amongst other things, gives me hope." Cleo first showed signs of drumming to her own rhythm when she chose to trick or treat on Halloween wearing a Big Hero 6 Baymax costume. And that's a wrap. What did you think of the Friends kids? Let us know in the comments below.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 ways Eternals will reshape the MCU.
We need to find more weapons, more heroes. Oh, that is cool. This device amplifies my power and allows it to locate mutants across great distance.
For this list, we'll be looking at potential characters, directions, and innovations that could come from Eternals, setting a tone for the MCU's fourth phase. Are you looking forward to Eternals? Let us know in the comments.
Just don't copy the balloons, okay? Just for today.
You know, anime is a huge part of my life, and I have been a fan of the MCU for the last decade. So I put the word out there, and I wanted to make a Marvel movie, and that project came to.
With each phase, the MCU has only gotten more ambitious, taking on different genres, turning lesser-known heroes into household names, and embracing fresh creative talent. With Oscar winner Chloe Zhao in the director's chair, Eternals could be Marvel's most experimental film yet. Based on the footage revealed so far, the movie seems to strike a balance between Zhao's laid-back, personal filmmaking style and the epic tone we associate with this franchise. Eternals will be one of Marvel's most diverse films to date, and given Zhao's track record, it might pick up where Black Panther left off at the Academy Awards.
For the first time in our history, we'll be sharing our knowledge, resources, the outside world.
If
Hey!
it succeeds, it may
Stop
influence
it.
Marvel to take even more risks, giving more power to the auteur.
Can I put a spin on it? Still being true to the essence of it, and that's exciting.
Number 9. Connections to other characters. On the printed page, the Eternals were created by the Celestials, a group of aliens that's already been established in the MCU. This alien race was most prominently alluded to in the first two Guardians of the Galaxy films. The Collector sets up his museum on Nowhere, a deceased celestial avatar's head that functions as a world of its own.
What is it?
It's called Nowhere, the severed head of an ancient celestial being.
Peter Quill's father, Ego the Living Planet, was also a celestial.
I'm what's called
a celestial, sweetheart. A celestial like a god. Small G's.
Eternals may provide more insight into the Celestials and how they use the Infinity Stones. In addition to the Guardians, the Eternals could have some ties to Asgard. Since the Eternals have been around for thousands of years, it wouldn't be surprising if they knew Odin before Thor or Loki were around.
The source of their power was taken from them. Last great war ended, we withdrew from the other worlds, returned home. Now eternal.
Number 8. Thousands of years to cover.
We have watched, unguided. We have held them progress and seen them accomplish wonders.
Although the Eternals are new to the MCU, they've been hiding out on Earth for more than 7,000 years.
Working on a new skill.
Oh, come on, let's see it.
Big blast.
While they've never directly interfered with humanity during this time, the Eternals have guided people in certain directions and gifted them the tools to evolve. For all we know, the Eternals could have been connected to major MCU events, much like how the Ancient One helped out from the sidelines during the Battle of New York.
I'd be careful going that way if you just have the sword wax.
The film can also present real-world historical events from their past. The story spans centuries, 7,000 years since the underground one creature. Thus, Eternals temporary termination, Eternals seems poised to fill this role. While much of the film is inclined to take place on Earth, the characters, their origins, and their abilities will likely open a gateway for new ideas and worlds to explore. Just when you thought this universe couldn't get any bigger.
This is just a plan. Have you been on time before?
Yeah, one.
Well, now you've done two. That's a good thing. It's a new experiment.
That's great.
My neurons, they're firing faster than my brain can handle the information.
Number 5. The Deviants.
You are just one victim of the scroll expansion that has threatened our civilization for centuries. Imposters who silently infiltrate and take over our planets.
The Deviants were also genetically created by the Celestials, although the results were far more grotesque and catastrophic. Emerging as the Eternals' archenemies, the Deviants could shake up the MCU for years to come. Based on everything we know so far, the Deviants are said to be the film's antagonists. Since Marvel has a reputation for surprise villains, though, they may not be the movie's big bad.
I saw the ruins on Torfa.
Ruins that the accusers are responsible for. My people lived as refugees on Torfa.
We're keeping an eye on Barry Keoghan's Druid, who doesn't share the same worldview as his fellow Eternals. Regardless, the Deviants will surely be among the main reasons why the Eternals band back together and come out of hiding to protect Earth from a threat that not even the Avengers can handle alone.
You have no idea what other intergalactic threats are out there. And our one-woman security force have a prior commitment on the other side of the universe.
Number 4. Fantastic Four and Galactus. With Eternals being such an integral part of the MCU's cosmic side, it may pave the way for out-of-this-world characters like the Silver Surfer.
He looked like a man, completely covered in silver. He was flying like a surfboard type thing. I know that sounds crazy.
Oh, no. Not at all.
The Eternals could also be the key to introducing the Fantastic Four. Several characters in the film possess cosmic energy, according to early descriptions. In the comics, the Fantastic Four get their powers from cosmic rays on a space mission. Perhaps even more significant, the villainous Galactus is a cosmic entity. The Eternals didn't make their presence known when Thanos showed up, but they may be more hands-on if the Devourer of Worlds is headed towards Earth.
My people called it Galactus.
We're not expecting to see these characters in Eternals per se, but their cosmic powers seem to be planting the seeds for future appearances.
So it caused the anomaly.
It seems to radiate cosmic energy when it exerts itself, randomly affecting matter.
Number 3. The X-Men.
Mutation. It is the key to our evolution. It has enabled us to evolve from single-celled organisms dominant species on the planet.
Like the Fantastic Four, we've been anticipating the X-Men's MCU debut ever since Disney officially acquired 21st Century Fox. We thought WandaVision might introduce mutants in a big way. That didn't go exactly as expected, but the retcons made to Scarlet Witch's origins may be hinting at a mutant gene. Like the Eternals, it's possible that mutants have been living in secrecy for generations.
Anonymity is a people's first defense against the world's hostility. To the public, we're merely a school for gifted youngsters.
Some people may carry the mutant gene, but their powers just haven't surfaced yet. In the comics, when the Celestials first visited Earth millions of years back, their experiments led to the creation of the mutant gene. The Eternals could set up this backstory for mutants in the MCU, making way for Wolverine, Magneto, and others.
You must be Wolverine. Remarkable metal doesn't run through your entire body.
Number 2, The Black Knight.
I still don't know how her coin has landed. I'm quite certain about yours.
Of all the characters set to appear in Eternals, Kit Harington's Dane Whitman may be the most significant role in the years to come. Also known as Black Knight, this human warrior is known for wielding a magical sword called the Ebony Blade, which spans multiple generations. Whitman has also fought with the Neural Sword and Excalibur. Although Whitman will make his MCU debut in Eternals, he's better known for his affiliation with the Avengers in the comics. The Eternals trailer sees Liam McHugh's sprite ask who should lead the Avengers now that Tony Stark and Steve Rogers are gone.
Now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I could leave them.
Richard Madden's Icarus jokingly suggests himself, but maybe another Game of Thrones actor would be up to the task.
I don't want it. I never have.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notification. Number 1, The Multiverse.
You picked up the Tesseract.
Bye-bye.